Hello everyone, I'm Anabrese and I'm a spiritual life coach and author of the Wise Method, Awakening Earth Stewards in Unity and Purpose. Today I want to talk about empaths, and in particular vegan empaths that might be suffering due to animal suffering in the world. And I just wanted to share a little bit about my experience of how I managed to come through a few different stages of extreme distress from witnessing that kind of suffering that we see in the world today, and how we can transmute that suffering into advocacy and your own activism in a balanced way. So for many of us that are empathic, we feel what's going on in the world, we feel the suffering when we see it, especially in animals and people around the world as well. But today I want to focus a little bit more on animal suffering for the purposes of this video. So some of you may have heard the term dystopia, which was coined by Claire Mann, and it's to describe the extreme emotional distress that many vegans experience due to the animal suffering in the world. And I think her emphasis is on self-care and how people who experience that distress can manage their emotions in a way that will allow them to maybe practice a bit more balanced activism or advocacy, but also to just not be in suffering so much. Because one of the things that I realized as an animal advocate myself and an author is that if I want to be part of the solution in the world, if I want to be creating or products or services or helping in some way, not creating products, services, but if I just want to take action that can help the planet, then it's I have to be in a balanced state myself. My mind and emotions have to be in a state where I'm not going to get angry and extremely frustrated or depressed, because if this was the change over for me. If I am allowing myself, if I'm spending so much time suffering and being emotionally distressed, then how am I going to be part of the solution? Because those vibrations themselves are not helping to raise the vibration of the planet. They're not adding to the liberation of the planet and the liberation of people and animal suffering. So it all starts within ourselves. And I talk about this a lot in my book because it's about awakening to the sacredness of life within ourselves. And when we really connect deeply with that sense of connecting with the sacredness within ourselves, we begin to see it all around us. And it's much easier to have empathy and compassion. But the thing is, if we want to be advocates, we don't want to get lost. The key is to not get lost in the empathy. So how do we not get lost in empathy and this dystopian kind of emotions and frustrations? It's all about our own self-care. It's all about our own perspective. It's all about our own awakening. It's all about how we are on a day-to-day basis. How do we look after ourselves? What do we eat? What are the choices that we're making every day? Are they causing more harm, more suffering, or are they helping to appease suffering on the planet? So I go into a lot more detail about this in my book and my courses, and I also am available for one-to-one coaching as well in this area, because I'm here to support empaths like you that have a deeper calling or a sense of wanting to help create more peace and reduce animal suffering in the world, reduce emotional suffering in general. Because if we as a population or as a collective are suffering, if we're in suffering, and if we're in feeling hopelessness or frustration or anger, then we're less likely to be creative. We're less likely to be solution focused and proactive. So my mission is to help bring out your gifts and help bring out those gifts of the empaths, because you know, the empaths are amazing. You know, you're amazing people and much needed in the world, because if we didn't feel, then we wouldn't know that there's something up, there's something not right, there's something out of balance, there's something out of harmony. So each one of our purposes here as a human, to become a better human being, is to be able to serve in some ways, to be able to add energy to the solution-focused practices, or you know, by sharing your skills, by sharing your creativity, your magic with the world. So don't give up, and try not to get sucked into the intensity going around in the world today, because there is a lot of stuff going on, as we know, but try not to get lost in it. And this is where self-practices every day, like meditation, the ability to slow down your mind, to not be lost in thought, to not be lost in emotion. Meditation practices give you the opportunity to be the observer, to rest in the awareness. And we kind of need that space. We need that contrast to the busyness and the distraction and the ongoingness of the world. So when we come into our own spaciousness, into our own awareness, we start to expand our consciousness, and we can start to come up with more solutions or more ideas that we can express creatively in the world to be part of the solution. So I'm going to leave it there. I just wanted to come on and share that with you, sending love and light to everyone. And it's not about blocking off feelings, just to emphasize, it's not about blocking off your empathy. It's about transmuting pain and suffering into positive activism, advocacy in the world, because you have gifts and talents to share, you have a light to share, you have something to give that can help make this experience better for someone out there. So it's good if we can all find our own center within and start to operate from that space. Okay, I'm sending you much love and light. Bye for now.